Hello Internet, my name is Lave and I watched Leave No Trace, which is directed by Debra Granik, who's responsible for putting Jennifer Lawrence on the map with her film Winter's Bone, which I actually haven't seen, and I wasn't going to see this one actually. Last Friday I was looking at the new releases on my phone and it wasn't playing locally, so I opted to go and see Tag instead. And I regret it because I've already forgotten about Tag and I saw this midweek and I'm still thinking about it. In terms of the plot, it's relatively simple as it follows a father called Will and his daughter Tom, who have been living off the grid and off the land in a huge park in Portland, Oregon, when one day they are discovered and taken in by social services who try to encourage them back into society. Now you might be thinking, well, that sounds quite similar to Captain Fantastic. And true, it does share a similar premise and certain plot details, but whereas Captain Fantastic follows a family living in the wild, it's actually, I think, quite a savage critique on modern society and our modern way of life. Whereas Leave No Trace is a much more personal film and is actually a character study asking why is this father and daughter living like this. Now, what I'm about to say might be considered a spoiler. I think it's a mild spoiler, even though it is in the trailer and it is revealed quite early on in the film. But if you want to go in completely blind, which I recommend you do, you should stop watching this review now. So it's revealed that Will, the dad, is a war vet and is suffering from PTSD, but that doesn't make him a bad father. He's raised his daughter well, just in a different environment. Perhaps he's doing it to protect her the only way he knows how. And Ben Foster plays it exceptionally well. I've said it in another review which features him where I said he should stick to independent, smaller films as opposed to the bigger blockbuster, because he is a fantastic character actor, and this may very well be one of his best performances. He's playing a man who is, yes, very tormented, but at the same time still has got those paternal instincts, and the chemistry he has with his daughter in this, played by Thomasin McKenzie, is unreal. And she also delivers a very confident and assured performance. On occasions, when she spoke, she did remind me a little bit of the girl from American Pie, the one from Bandcamp. Every time she speaks, that cadence raises. It's like she's asking a question at the end of each sentence. I did do a bit of research and it turns out that Thomasin McKenzie is a Kiwi. She's from New Zealand, so that could explain it. But thinking about it, it actually works in the film. She doesn't talk like all of the other kids, and it does add to that sense that she has been raised in isolation. Her overall performance is outstanding though. It's full of emotions and conflict as she's beginning to reconnect with society and community and realize there's more to life than the life she's been living with her father. So it's interesting to see how their relationship, the dynamics of their relationship changes. It's sort of a coming of age film as well. There's plenty of other quality characters from quality actors sprinkled throughout this film, but I want to go back to Debra Granik, who's giving us a lesson in subtlety here. She takes her time with everything throughout this film. There's barely a musical score apart from a few key scenes. What I also liked about her approach to this film is that she avoids doing what most of the other films like this tend to do, in that they show the forest and living in the wild as being very idyllic and serene, but when they get into the city, it's all hectic and crazy. She doesn't do that in this. In fact, most of the normal people that they meet are actually normal and nice people and actually are trying to help them. Minimalism is the key to this film's success, and that's not code for me saying that it's boring. It's far from that. It's very engaging and very cinematic. It never loses sight of its focus, which is its characters and its themes, which are exploring trauma, family bonds, and the need to connect with other human beings. She also does a fantastic job of subverting your expectations. I clearly thought this film was going to end a certain way, and it doesn't, but man, the way it does end, oh man, it zoom, arrow right to the heart. It's like, oh my goodness. With all that said, I do have a few gripes. I do think this film is a bit too long. It clocks in at about an hour and 45, hour and 50. I think it would have been perfect if it was an hour and a half. A few themes do get repeated. And there is an occasion when they are traveling and they go to a new forest at a higher altitude, and it's meant to be a lot colder, and they show that by some CG breath, which is very noticeable. And there are what I thought was like fake snow sprayed onto trees. I could be wrong about that. It could be just mold or something, but I thought it was snow in a can. So that's my thoughts on Leave No Trace, and pause the video if you want to take a closer look at my enjoyment tracker now. It's an incredibly understated film, but incredibly thought-provoking at the same time. Like I say, I saw Tag last Friday, and I think I saw this on the following Monday or Tuesday, and I'm thinking about this more than I am Tag. Definitely check this one out if you like films like Captain Fantastic or Into the Wild. Films like this always make me feel like, yeah, I could live off the land and live in the forest, no problem. The key to surviving in the wild is being aware of your surroundings. So thanks very much for watching this review. I really do appreciate it. If you can, give this video a like, and don't forget to share the Lave. Subscribe.